Hello everybody and welcome to the Emma Frost Tank Guide. Emma Frost joins the battlefield as a disruptive frontline tank with a unique twist of two powerful forms. As the White Queen of the Hellsfire Club, she brings mental domination and diamond-hard durability for her team. Her versatile kit allows her to disable, disrupt, and pressure both enemy formations and individuals. Whether she's overwhelming enemies with telepathic precision or charging in an unshakable diamond form, Emma is a force that rewards being calculated, aggressive, and smart for your form switching. Now let's take a look at her abilities. So first I want to start with her diamond form transformation before we get into her normal attacks. So her transformation ability is that it allows Emma to shift into diamond form, becoming immune to crowd control and gains a 30% damage reduction for 8 seconds. This transformation swaps her entire ability set into a physical brawler form, but keep in mind there's a 2-second delay before being able to switch back into human form. Now in her human form, her normal attack is a telepathic pulse. It's a short-range channel beam that ramps up in power the longer it's focused. It has a 70 ammo pool and it uses 10 ammo per second. For every second of sustained contact, it gains 1 stack up to 100 stacks, and as mentioned, the more stacks it has, the more damage the beam inflicts, rewarding steady aim and pressure. And then her first ability in human form, Psychic Spear, this targets the sentience of an enemy, separating it from their body. The sentience has 25% of the enemy's maximum HP, and any damage dealt to it is mirrored back to the physical form of the target. If the sentience is destroyed, the enemy takes an additional burst of 25% of their maximum HP. Keep in mind that your normal attack, your beam, can pierce through the sentience and hit their physical body as well at the same time. One thing to note is that if the enemies are farther than 10 meters away, this breaks the link between their sentience and their physical body early. Her second ability in human form is Mind's Aegis. Emma summons a floating telekinetic barrier with a 500 HP pool that can block projectiles and AoE effects. The placement is determined by how long you channel the ability, and when broken, it begins to regenerate at a rate of 70 HP per second after a short delay. Now let's look at her diamond form abilities. Now in diamond form, she switches from ranged attacks to melee attacks, and her melee attacks is a 4-hit chain combo where the first 2 hits are deal 50 damage, the third hit deals 70, and the fourth hit deals a final 80 damage. Now her first ability in diamond form is Carbon Crush. She lunges forward 7 meters, grabbing her the first enemy contact and backslams them for 30 damage. This can be great for peeling or breaking enemy formations. Her second ability in diamond form is Crystal Kick. It's a flying kick that deals 50 damage and knocks enemies farther away backwards. If any enemy were to collide with the wall, when knocked back, they take an additional 50 bonus damage, making this ability excellent for disruption and area control. And now finally, her ultimate, Psionic Seduction, is where Emma unleashes a wide psychic wave in front of her, stunning enemies and preventing them from using any of their abilities. If they stay exposed to the wave, they begin to lose control, and they start slowly walking towards Emma harmlessly. How this ability works is that it has a stack mechanic, meaning you get stacks for every second of exposure to it. For every second this ability is channeled, you gain 10 stacks of exposure. At 15 stacks, that's when enemies are forced to walk towards Emma and can't act offensively. The stacks also decay at 10 per second when no longer exposed, and each enemy can only be fully controlled once per ultimate use. Nonetheless, this ultimate is perfect for shutting down enemy clutch plays, denying high-value ultimates, and setting up massive teamfight wins. Next, let's look at her team-up abilities. Now, she has a team-up with Magneto and Psylocke called Mental Projections, where Emma can manifest illusions that make duplicates of Magneto and Psylocke from the enemy's perspective. These hallucinations move and appear to use abilities, creating chaos or baiting abilities or mispositioning from the enemy team. These duplicates carry a short amount of HP, making them quicker to be dealt with. Now let's look at her strength and weaknesses. For Emma's strength is that she has 2 versatile forms for control and sustain when needed, since she has displacement immunity and CC capabilities in both forms. She's also capable of solo tanking, considering she has Mind Aegis and Diamond form where she can absorb and mitigate large amounts of pressure. And lastly, she has powerful lockdown potential with her Psychic Spear, her ultimate, or her Crystal Crush combo are all great tools for locking down single or multiple enemies. For her weaknesses is that she's very form reliant, since picking the wrong form at the wrong time can leave her vulnerable. Big example of this is that you aren't in diamond form when casting your ultimate, leaving you exposed to heavy damage or to anyone flanking you during activation. She also has no mobility, so she lacks escape options, so the most you can do is just tank damage or to try and self-peel for all the CC that you have. You also are very aim dependent since her beam needs to be precise tracking to ramp up its damage, as this can really buff your overall damage in both forms, so it will take commitment. Now let's look at Emma's counters and matchups. Her first counter is Venom, since he can mitigate her burst damage with his bonus shields as well as avoid her high burst damage with his mobility. He can also avoid her ultimate entirely by activating his, since he will be CC immune and deal faster damage back at her. Her next matchup is with Doctor Strange. With Doctor Strange, his burst and ultimate are almost on par with yours, and he also has similar shielding capabilities. But in this matchup, Strange takes the lead as he is able to shield the entirety of your ult duration, completely negating its effects. He also has superior mobility with his cape and shield, and portals, offering better utility for the rest of his team compared to your utility. The last counter being Groot, since his projectile denial with his walls and sustain can shut her down in human form, forcing her into unfavorable brawls and can be separated from her team, leaving her without any healing from her supports, and also his walls can block off her ultimate entirely if placed right. Now for her favorable matchups is against Captain America. Since wall tanky, Captain America just lacks the burst to force Emma out of a form. Her CC tools also disrupt his rhythm of attack, since she can be both a pusher or an anti-dive tank. Her next matchup is with Hulk. Emma can shut him down hard by CC or mitigating damage in her diamond form. Her ultimate can also disrupt his world breaker form, leaving him easily vulnerable and shut down. Now this matchup can go really either way, since Hulk can shut her down with his radioactive lockdown to stop your ultimate, but Emma can still win outside of her ultimate, since in either form she'll be mitigating and or dealing better damage and CC. And lastly, her last matchup is with Thor. Considering Thor has to get most of his value from up close with this hammer charge and lightning realm, or even trying to ult, Emma can easily shut any of this down since she is CC immune in diamond form and can CC combo him with her grab and kick. Here are some final tips for success. Number 1. Form swap correctly. Use human form for setup, poke, and suppression. Try to gain maximum stacks of your passive, and then shift into diamond form for finishers, space control, and tanking damage. Number 2. Combo Psychic Spear on key targets. It is best used on enemies out of position on low HP or those that are trying to escape, since destroying their sentience will still deal damage to them even if they're out of range. The best combo to do is use a Psychic Spear, swap into diamond form, 2 melee attacks, then kick into a wall for maximum burst damage, as this combo will finish off most backliners or even leave tanks at only 10% of their HP. Number 3. Save diamond form for CC heavy fights. When you're about to dive into chaos, as you'll be able to sustain a lot longer and avoid any unnecessary CC effects when pushing. Number 4. Pair Mind's Aegis with team pushes. It is a perfect shield to soak up damage while pushing forward, since it can be recalled early and recasted to set up for new positionings. And lastly, use your ultimate wisely. Psionic Seduction can shut down big plays, like when supports are ulting and the enemy team is clustering for heals, or when they're about to engage, but be mindful that you're not immediately CC immune during activation, so beware of any enemies that can stun you out a bit before it's channeled. And that'll do it for our guide for Emma Frost. Now Emma Frost is more than just a tank, as she is also a battlefield manipulator. Between mind games, physical domination, she bends the rules of the fights to force enemies to adapt or perish. So if you enjoy a tank with layered decision making and psychological pressure, Emma Frost just might be your new frontline queen. Thank you guys for watching this. If you enjoyed or learned something new, be sure to leave a comment and like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.